So, guys, I think I know what the tech oligarch's big plan was. The goal was to create the AGI, the Artificial Generative Intelligence. And this is basically like an artificial brain that can think on its own, that's got so much information stored in it that it can think and process human information because its entire um, its entire existence is based on the information it gathered from copyrighted material from people it stole. Um, so these AI companies stole people's information and the information of the human species to create this artificial generative intelligence. And then their plan was, see, this is the interesting part. This is where you come in. To place this artificial brain in a fleet of robot bodies that were going to take all of our jobs. This was the play. I truly believe, I can't prove it, but I feel based on the evidence that this was what they were planning. And the reason the whole AI speculative bet is falling apart is because they couldn't create the AGI because they were never going to be able to do that, because they were just wish casting something that never could be. It's not possible. I don't think they quite did it. I don't think they ever quite were able to do that. Okay? And so here's what ended up happening. Right? They made all these data centers with all this information stored in them. That's why they had to have all these big giant computers. It's because they needed to store that information. That's why they needed all that RAM, because they were trying to store as much information on in these data centers as possible to create the AGI. And it's all been for naught. So they misunderstood what they made. The prophecy of AI is coming true because they don't even know what this is for. They don't even know what they're doing. The music is stopping and there's no shares left. There's no investors left to give them free cash. The investors are starting to ask questions. The sharks are going to start circling, and these tech oligarchs are going to have to pay.